All right. I think we're live. Whether or not everything's working, it's a different story, but I think we're live. How you guys doing? Hope you don't mind me eating a little breakfast here. Gotta have this is my daily breakfast. Got an apple and some warm water. That is my daily breakfast. Every day I have the same thing. I just didn't have time to eat it before we went on stream today because I had to get my kids out the door for the bus. Anyways, how we doing? Today is Pokemon Presents, guys. I can't seem to find it up on English websites right now. Like the English channel doesn't seem to have it up. I don't really know why. Maybe they're not going to do a premiere for it. I don't know. I'm going to try a new tab here and I'm going to look again. Where to watch Pokemon Presents. I swear if it's like a Twitch thing. Interesting breakfast regimen. Yeah, it's literally just apple, warm water. It wakes you up similar to a coffee, believe it or not. Yeah, they just don't really have this thing up. Weird. Very weird. Well, it's whatever. I can't control when they have it up. How we doing this morning? You guys awake? I'm good. Let's see here. Good morning, Nate. Good morning, Christopher Colazo, Sam West, and 60 other people. Patrick Moeller, Yvonne Francois, etc., etc., etc. I hope you guys are having fun. Sorry, I'm trying to finish the apple. This is what we got left. That's how much my apple I got left to eat. So I got quite a bit of my water still this morning. Warm water. Never thought in my life I'd be drinking warm water. Room temperature, sure, but warm? It's a Paul Gale Network special. Yeah, I gotta go to work one. Yeah, I mean, look, if I wasn't doing this job, I'd be working right now, my other job too. My other job. I don't have another job right now, but when I have one, that's what I'd be doing right now. What's up, J Biggs? I don't know, skin's good for you, Veronica, but everyone likes things the way they like it. Middle of the afternoon in Germany. How we going? Juliana Delicato. I don't know, I probably butchered that name. I am working, don't tell. Yeah, sorry if I'm a little like quiet right now. I'm just trying to finish my breakfast. I'm like, whatever, I'll go live. Normally I'll just finish eating it before we go live, but whatever. Yeah, Raven's boss. Don't look over his shoulder too hard. All right. So we had any new leaks today for Pokemon Presents? Wait, does this even work? Hold on. All right, it is working. I also want to change the text here. Give me a second. I'm having a very busy morning. I haven't had time to get everything done that I want. Here we go. Pokemon Presents. Sorry. I know I don't like setting up my stream in the middle of a stream, but it's whatever. We do what we do. And this is my laptop, and this is you guys. All right. You can also turn this off over here. All right. Did you find your cable that you were missing? Which one? I'm always missing cables. You mean my Ugreen thing? No. Went through my daughter's stuff. Turns out she didn't have it. I'm actually shocked. $2:30 p.m. in Amsterdam, and I'm ready for my afternoon nap. I don't get naps very often. I think I had one nap in the last week. I don't really get naps. Hello, Will Sundra. We're almost done with our apple. Only 2 pieces left. So again, sorry for a little bit of a slow start to the stream. This piece of the apple tastes very earthy. I'm like looking for a worm. Not a very good flavor, that's for sure. That was a very earthy tasting apple. Hope this last piece is better. All right. I'm just checking Central leaks. Just curious if anything's like actually leaked out besides the runtime. So the runtime of Pokemon Presents today is 12 minutes and 52 seconds. We already know that. So it's gonna be short. It's gonna be short. All right, my last piece of apple. The plate is empty. My last one. No, that's a good one. No earthy flavor on this one. Just that one slice. Not meant to be stalkerish. What part of the U.S. do you live in? I'm in Wisconsin. Not meant to be stalkerish. Doesn't feel like Wisconsin. El Nino has taken away our winter. But this is the first one in 5 years. All right. Now I gotta go add it to my I use the MyFitnessPal app, which is like an Under Armour app or something. Or maybe it's not an Under Armour app. It used to be. I thought it was. I don't know. Anyways, I go log my food and I see that I hit this button, add breakfast. Then you go apple. 95 calories. I won't add my glass of water till I'm done drinking it. All right, we have a super chat. I got a low. All right. David Main. He starts off the stream as our Valen Prime. And he said, sorry about making you do all them extra workouts, but you killed it last night. Excited for the Pokemon Presents. Well, for starters, David Main, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. You don't have to feel bad about anything. The ab workout was intense because I did abs the day before, so my abs are pretty sore, but it's not a big deal. I just appreciate the support, man. That's why Paul Gale does that stuff, to encourage people to super chat to make me work even harder. So it's all good. I don't mind it. I don't mind, especially when I have a day of rest the next day. After our Monday night workout, today's like a day of rest. I'll probably go on a little walk, but besides that, it's like a day of rest for me. So yeah, I don't really care. I appreciate it. I know in the moment I'm like, oh my God, please no more. But in reality, I could probably do more, you know? Cindy Estes, hoping we get good games this year. Aren't we all? Aren't we all hoping for good games? That is the great hope. Good games. Finish this water before it gets cold. Good morning, says Resolve Digital Media. You think anything good will happen with Pokemon? I grew up on Gen 3. Well, I'm a Gen 1er. I suspect it's going to be a very disappointing day. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am way wrong, and this is not a disappointing day. But I am going in with the expectation that there's not going to be a lot of exciting things today. But I hope to be wrong. It's a very short one. It could just be a bunch of fluff. We'll see. So I'm just like, please be good. But I'm expecting it not to be. I got you streaming through my Android Auto on my way to work. Can't say that I care about this Pokemon Direct, but you're live, so here I am. All right, don't be texting and driving. That better be voice to text. I'm texting and driving, buddy. I know we've all done it, right? All of us have texted and driven before. You shouldn't do it. Just takes once before you kill someone. All right. Game Freak needs to have a schedule change or something. But other than that, hope for some good stuff. I don't look. I'm not down on this Pokemon Presents because of Pal World or any of that stuff. I'm down on this Pokemon Presents because one, it's really short, and two, the last thing I really truly loved from them was Pokemon Legends, and I just don't expect a Legends today. I think this is going to be another BDSP kind of thing where we'll get some updates on mobile or whatever, but the big announcement will be another BDSP style remaster, and I'm not really into that. So even if they do that to Black and White, and some of you guys might be into that whole chibi Pokemon thing, to me it's like and I know it's weird because they kind of did it to Link's Awakening, right? Like they did the whole chibi thing to Link's Awakening, but it still felt like that had more effort in it. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like go look at footage of Link's Awakening on Switch, and then go look at footage of BDSP. You can clearly tell which one had more effort put into it, right? So I don't know. I just feel like we're going to get something like that, and it's going to be really disappointing. There's also been some stuff floating out there that there might be a third DLC announced for Scarlet and Violet, which is not something I want to hear. And I'm not saying this because Scarlet and Violet are bad games. I'm saying this because I don't want to hear that Game Freak's doing anything else with Scarlet and Violet. I want their entire team working on the next game. I don't want them wasting time on DLC. I want them, look, if you're going to have a filler game, if you end up with a filler game, then I don't want DLC. Stop with the DLC. I want your entire team for several years working on the next game. I don't want your team split up. No. I want your entire team working on the next big Pokemon game. I liken this to Zelda. When did work really begin on Tears of the Kingdom? After they were done with DLC for Breath of the Wild. I want the whole team focused on that next game. I don't want them worrying about the last one. But they're not going to drop a performance update for Scarlet and Violet. That's not where that boat has sailed, THX. That boat has sailed. Guys, the game came out 1 year and 3 months ago. I want to let you know like how long Scarlet and Violet has been out. It's been 1 year and 3 months. They're not fixing it. They're not making the performance better. They're not going to do anything about it. It doesn't take 1 year and 3 months to drop a performance patch. They're not doing anything about it. They don't care. The game sold 25 million copies. They do not care. It sucks, but they don't care. The only thing we can hope is that Nintendo cares and won't let them release the next Pokemon game in that state. They're not going to do anything about the current one, though. Yeah, I have very low expectations today. But the cool thing about low expectations is it's easy to exceed them. Let's say they do announce a Legends today. That would exceed my expectations. And if it looks really good, that could be really exciting, right? So again, it's all relative. So it's one of those things where I have very low expectations, but you never know what's going to happen. And David Main going off again, just like last night, dropping the 5 gifted members. Who's getting them? We'll see. It's not updating yet. It'll tell us in a moment. Who's getting those members? THX1138, Kool-Aid 3, Wiley Tiger, Lou JT, and Sam West. David Main went ahead and shot Cupid's arrow and hit 5 people. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, David Main. Really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. That's awesome. Where are we at on members right now? I wonder how close we are to getting another emoji unlocked. Well, I mean, I have to add it, but I'm just curious because we do the gifted member thing, but obviously after a month they expire. So let's see how many expired versus how many we gained yesterday. Okay, yeah, we know we lost a chunk. We're below 600 now. We're at 565. So yeah, we lost a chunk. We were over 600 for 3 days. We peaked. Our peak was 627. And then boom, big drop off 2 days ago. Looks like. We dropped yeah. So we're at 565. That's all right. It's all right. Thank you so much, David. No, I appreciate the support, man. Hashtag David Main. You guys, 20 minutes to go. So whenever this Pokemon thing drops, because they're not telling us and there's no... How do I refresh? You know what I just realized? Is there anybody out there using the Arc browser? No, I figured it out. I'm so new to this. Okay, they have a stream up for the UK. I kid you not, look. Look at this, hold on. I kid you not. Look, they have a stream up for the UK. Where's the US one? Where's the US one? What are you doing to me? Oh, that's funny. We need red, blue, and yellow. And so I gotta finish this water. Spilled a little there. I'm starting to get room temperature, and you actually have to drink it while it's warm. I'm actually sleep chatting. That happens. Poke Prime. We'll see. I don't even know what kind of viewership we're gonna get during this. I'm at like a big Pokemon channel, even though we do Nintendo. So I'm very curious. I mean, I hope it's something hype today, but we'll see. For the partner showcase, we had about 600 last week was our peak. We'll see what happens today. Is there the same amount of YouTubers streaming it today too? That's always curious to me. Let me just check my end. How many people do I know that are streaming it? See, Game Explain right now. Nintendo Talk. Josie Whoa. Switch Force. I mean, look, we're not that far away from having more views than IGN Games, baby. Whoops, here we go. More views than IGN Games, baby. We're almost there. We have almost more live viewers than they do. You know what I'm curious about? Why is Andres Restart not live? Wasn't he supposed to be live before me? He's still not live. No, I guess he moved his stream. Never mind, he moved it. He was supposed to be live at 7. I wonder why he pushed it back. Just curious why he pushed it back. All right. Let's see here. Do you happen to see the official soundtracks to Ruby, Sapphire, Fire, Red Leaf Green now on YouTube? No, I did not. Yeah, he was supposed to be live at 7, but he pushed it, which is fine. He probably had stuff going on. All right. What time is the Pokemon Presents start? It is at the top of the hour, 18 minutes. 18 minutes away, which is less minutes than the actual Pokemon Presents itself is. You just want a good 2D Pokemon, says Amber. I think you want the opposite of what many people want, but that's okay. Everyone wants their own thing. So Amber, are you looking forward to a chibi style remake? I don't know if that's happening. That's a Pioro. Pioro didn't even say it was going to be chibi style. He just said it's something Unova was in the works by an outside company. But he said he heard it a long time ago, and he doesn't put a ton of stock in it. He probably regrets even putting it out there. Because it could literally impact his 100% record. So. Yeah, like it's very weird. Like Central Leaks. Like right here. Sure. Like this is the weird behavior from Pioro that's not normal. Pioro is now saying that he heard about an outsourced Unova related game last year. Says, I don't think it's worth reporting. I'm willing to take the L if it ends up being wrong. He's literally being like, this isn't like all his other information. This is not something that he's like confident in. So. Reasonable people will get that he wasn't treating it. Yeah, like he literally was not treating it the same. You know, like from the get-go, he's like, I don't know what's in the Pokemon Presents at all. However, I did hear this one thing last year. Maybe it's in the Presents, maybe it's not. What do you know? So he's treating it very different and he made it very clear he does not know what's in the. If people want to see that. Pioro made it very clear he doesn't have any idea what's in the Pokemon Presents. Like right here, he says gaming hero, but weird thing, Pioro didn't post anything yet, so 50-50. It can be at least 25 minutes, hopefully not 12 minutes. He says, I don't know anything. And then right here is where I don't know anything about. He said, literally, I don't know. Before he said anything, he said, I don't know anything about the Pokemon Presents. He's literally just telling you, this might have nothing to do with the Pokemon Presents. I know nothing about it. He just heard of an outsourced Unova related game, and this info was from last year. And it might turn out to be inaccurate. Like, literally, he's just straight up being like, I really don't know anything about this, what's going on today. Which isn't surprising because the Pokemon Company is very separate from Nintendo. So, whatever his source is probably doesn't work at the Pokemon Company. So, he probably doesn't have access to anything about what the Pokemon Company is doing. So, if the Pokemon game is trash on Switch and have performance issues and lagging, will you buy it? I mean, I literally own Pokemon Scarlet, so I think, or is it Violet? I think it's Scarlet, the red one. I saw that Sony Interactive Entertainment is laying off 8% of their workforce. PlayStation Studios London is now gone. can't say I didn't see it coming. If you guys remember at Sony's financial briefing, their CEO was like, we're not making enough money off our video games. We had $9.3 billion in revenue, but only $100 million in profits. They were very mad that their gaming division just doesn't seem to be making any money compared to what it brings in all this revenue, but makes hardly anything. It's almost like they have a budget problem. Almost like they've been overspending on games for a hell of a long time. And the Sony CEO is finding like, we got to stop this shit. Because you know what happens? What happens if the revenue dips hard? The gaming division could sink them. I know the gaming division is one of Sony's strongest arms, but here's the problem. If there's ever a major dip in revenue, Sony is screwed. They're barely making profits. They are spending so much money on their games. They're barely making anything. Spider-Man sold 10 million copies and wasn't profitable. Let that sink in. Spider-Man 2 sold 10 million copies and was not profitable. A $70 game. Gotta remember, at least 30 to 40, maybe even 50% of those sales were digital, which is straight money to Sony. No one in between. So if you do that 70 times 10 million, $700 million. That's $700 million. Now let's be fair. Let's cut out, $10 for retail, a few bucks for shipping of the physical. Okay, fine. Cut that all down. Let's say it's more like $450 million. The game still isn't profitable. Let that sink in on the kind of budgets Sony is throwing. Put it this way. Sony might have spent nearly $1 billion to make Spider-Man 2. Straight up. They might have spent nearly $1 billion to make Spider-Man 2. Does anyone think, as awesome as Spider-Man 2 is, that it should have $1 billion budget? There's only one game in existence, maybe three games, that could justify $1 billion budget. Grand Theft Auto 6. If there's ever a Minecraft 2, there might never be, but if there ever was, and then Fortnite. If there's a Fortnite 2 someday. There are very few games that can justify $1 billion budget. They literally are way, League of Legends maybe too, yeah. Like they're way massively overspending. Like, I don't know what they thought was gonna happen. Yeah, they had 20 million in sales of like the first Spider-Man game. Cool. Like half of those sales happened after the game was discounted. You knew that Spider-Man is not $1 billion budget game. And while I don't think they spent $1 billion, they probably spent like 800, 900 mil. And that's why they haven't made any profits yet. Spider-Man 2 might end up being profitable in the end. But imagine selling 10 million copies at $70 a pop, where half of it's digital, and you're still not profitable. That is insane to me. I don't understand what Sony's doing with their budgets. And this is what the Sony CEO is pissed about. They made $9.3 billion in revenue last quarter from video games. Think about that. $9.3 billion in revenue was made during the third quarter of their fiscal year. $9.3 billion just from video games. That's all their subscription fees. That's all third-party sales. That's all of their game sales. The 30% cuts on everything, all the DLC, all the microtransactions they get money off of. All of the revenue. They made $9.3 billion and we're barely in the green. During a holiday season. Barely in the green. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. All that money coming in and they're barely making money in the green. That is wild. That was wild. Now, there was a report at one point. The report wasn't verified by multiple places, but there was a report that there was a budget of $300 million. That budget was just for the cost of production. Then you have the marketing cost on top. And then obviously you have, you know, the cut that goes to Marvel and everything for the licensing fees. In the end, they probably spent anywhere from 400 to 500 million realistically. And the game still isn't profitable. Very strange, because as I said, on the low end, let's say it's $450 million Spider-Man 2 made, and it's still not profitable. It might only be just barely not profitable. It's still ridiculous. Why does the game have $300+ million? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You can't justify that. Sony, and it's the one thing, they're letting their game budgets get out of control. And now it's costing people jobs. They just laid off 8% of their workforce. Why? Because they're overspending. It's costing people jobs now because you're massively overspending on your games. It's getting ridiculous. It's not about the hardware. It's about sensible game spending. Tears of the Kingdom wasn't $300 million. You can make great, amazing games without breaking the bank like that. It just doesn't make any sense, man. Yeah, marketing can sometimes be way more than production, and they marketed the hell out of Spider-Man 2. Did they have commercials for it playing at my local movie theater, for crying out loud? Why does my little piddly local movie theater have a commercial for Spider-Man 2, the video game? How many people do they think are actually going to see that? That's worth buying millions of dollars of commercial space at a movie theater. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. I don't know what they're doing with their game budgets. And by the way, this isn't just Sony. A lot of companies are massively overspending on their game budgets relative to what sales expectations should be. And I don't get it. Like, Tears of the Kingdom could probably justify a $300 million budget because they knew it was probably going to sell 15+ million copies at $70. But they still didn't do it. Sensible spending. Another thing, and this is what really inflates the budgets. I wish the whole industry, we got 7 minutes before Pokemon Presents. I wish the whole video game industry would take a lesson from Nintendo. And that is this. Stop hiring temporary employees. For your development teams, you're hiring full-timers. You plan to just be part of the company for as long as they want to be part of the company. This prevents you from inflating budgets. Budget inflation outside of marketing, obviously marketing, your budget for marketing, that can get really crazy. But setting that aside, the people who make the games, if they're just full-time employees, it's no longer, oh, we had a $300 million budget for Spider-Man 2's game development. That's no longer what happens. That happens because so many of those employees are temporary. You should just have, like, Insomniac or whatever should just have, you have a team of 500 people. We always have the same 500 people. Our budget year over year doesn't change because those 500 people are always working on a game. They're not working on Spider-Man, they're working on this, they're working on that. They're always working on something. And they just shift employees around to the projects that need the most. That's what Nintendo does. So then you don't have like these crazy $300 million budgets because you're massively inflating your team temporarily. That's what happens. It's $300 million because they hired an extra 1,000 employees to only work for a year. Like, no, you keep full-time, a decently large staff, full-time all the time. You actually save money because you don't have to do these temporary increases in staff when you just have a pretty decently large team just shifting around. You don't see Nintendo going out there and trying to hire thousands of employees at once. That's not what they do. They hire a handful here or there, and then they keep them. You actually end up with better game budgets, as we see from Nintendo, where their game budgets are way in control and their game production is way up, and not only that, the quality of those games. Like, I understand, you know, like Princess Peach Showtime is not a Spider-Man 2, but it might be more profitable than Spider-Man 2. We don't know how many copies that game's going to sell, but man. I do hope Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has good sales, but I agree. I think who benefits from the overspending and long cycle times? The indie game market. The indie game market, does it benefit? Because here's the problem. All these game developers and publishers have been working on this Western style temporary hire employee thing for so long. And the expectations for fans are for things to be so visually pleasing, so hyper realistic, that it's creating unrealistic expectations. Indie is not coming in to replace the hyper realistic AAA game. It's just not happening. So it's leaving these bloated, insane budgets with crazy demand from fans that were literally created by the very people making the games. And now because they've set the bar so, like Spider-Man 2 set the bar so damn high, they're gonna have to spend another $500 million to top Spider-Man 2 someday. Because they set the bar so damn high. Mr. Flick 04, good morning, Prime. Let's hope for a good show. Hoping for GBA games for, was it Nintendo Switch Online, I think you meant? But doubt it. Have a good day. Thank you so much, Mr. Flick. I appreciate it, man. All right. It begins here in a few minutes, so we're going to switch over. See if I can find a non-UK version. That's the one we got to watch. That's the one we got to watch. It's all right. They have, okay, they do have the normal one up finally. All right. We're going to hide their chat. All right, we're going to switch over. And we'll cut off my music here once it begins. Here you go. This is the one you guys are looking for. Right here. All right. How much do you think Spider-Man 2 would cost if your proposal happened? Well, they would have had to start this before they even made Spider-Man 1. They would need a permanent team that's always working on something. I think they could have got the cost down to like 100 mil, 100, 150 at max. But that would just be what they're spending all the time. So let's say they spent, you know, Miles Morales came out 2020. So let's say they're on a 4-year development cycle. Every 4 years, that studio costs $150 million in staff salary, right? So every 4 years, $150 million is spent on their salaries. Okay, but if you're outputting a game every 4 years, you're only spending $150 million every 4 years. Instead of, now they're going to massively reduce the staff. They're going to be spending, they're going to get down to like 100 people for like the next year. They're going to start working on a new game. Then they're going to get to year 4 or year 3 and be like, oh shit, we're only halfway done. We need this game out sooner. Boom, let's mass hire 1,000 temporary employees, massively inflate the budget by 200 million. And now, we got the game through the finish line. It's awesome. Yeah, but if you had just not reduced your staff so extreme, you wouldn't have ever needed to massively inflate it. But that's life. And I understand Spider-Man 2 having a decent budget because it's a 10 million plus seller, right? I understand that. It just needs to be within expectations, man. And then on top of that, obviously marketing spending. If that gets way out of control, that's someone made a bad decision marketing-wise. If marketing's if marketing's the primary reason it didn't make money, then whoever came up with the marketing budget, I'm not saying they should be fired, but they need to adjust their expectations. All right, it's 8 o'clock. This should be starting any second now. It says we'll be beginning shortly. Any moment now, this should be beginning. Here we go. Oh! Well, they're definitely not Nintendo. Yeah, it's the highest quality. All right. They're definitely not Nintendo. They're using the standard YouTube countdown, which is fine. It's just very loud. The YouTube countdown's always so loud. All right, prepare. We got like 12 minutes and 50-something seconds. So like a 13-minute presents. What's going to happen? I have no idea. No idea what's going to happen. But we'll see. 20 seconds. Here we go. Here we go. Getting ready to turn it up a bit. Because the actual Pokemon Presents will be quieter than YouTube's countdown timer. Here we go. What's up, Pikachu? Some unknowns, okay. All right, see what happens here.
Hello everyone, I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon Company. Today, February 27, is Pokemon Day.
Yeah.
This is the date that the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games were first released in Japan.
NSO?
Our adventures with Pokemon, which started with the simple fun of collecting, trading, and battling, and the Pokemon Red and Pokemon
we're finally
Green
getting
games
the Gen
have
1 on
expanded
NSO.
to fit into so many facets of daily life, including walking and sleeping. We'll keep challenging ourselves to create new ways to enjoy Pokemon, and we hope you'll continue your adventures with us. Today, we will be bringing you all the latest news about Pokemon, including our newest titles.
I kept hoping this was going to be...
Please take it away.
Kept hoping it was going to be an NSO announcement.
Hello, I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokemon Company. I hope everyone has enjoyed their adventures in the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games so far. To commemorate Pokemon Day, we've planned a series of Terra Raid battle events where you'll be able to face off against a mighty Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard. The first of these Terra Raid battle events will begin tomorrow. We hope you will all enjoy these raids. Today, I'd also like to share the latest updates on a number of our other games. Please have a look at this.
Please have a look at this. What do we got? Our first game. What do we got? Pokemon Go, okay. I told you there'd be some Pokemon Go updates. I said this last night.
A collaboration event with Pokemon Go is on its way.
Okay. I mean, we knew there'd be a Pokemon Go update. It's literally their biggest moneymaker, so.
Pikachu wearing Cap's hat is making its debut. It even knows an attack new to Pokemon Go, Volt Tackle. Charcadet, Armarouge, and Ceruledge are coming too. And Liko and Roy will be dropping in when you snap a pic and go snapshot. So set out on an adventure with your new friends.
3 minutes in. We got Pokemon Go update. Pokemon Sleep update. Okay. At least they're getting the mobile app game updates out of the way. Dude, they always got like these really well shot commercials. Here's what we imagine it looks like in real life, but then here's reality. Pokemon Sleep's okay. I like this whole Pokeball thing they're doing. These little Pokeball transitions are neat.
Now, I never give up. We're just getting started.
We're the greatest in the world. You're the greatest and strongest partner I could ask for.
Fight!
This is so rapid fire right now. I kind of like it. They're just rapid firing through all their mobile apps. They're just not even wasting time. They're just get through them all. Maybe this is why it's so short, because they're barely spending any time on all these mobile apps. Pokemon Unite. Yeah, they got a rapid fire through all of them. Updates for all their mobile games. don't know why my chat's not working. Weird. All right. So we got through all the mobile apps. There's technically more, but then there'll be more updates.
Moving on, please have a look at this video.
Why do we even have you? Please have a look at this video. Oh, never mind. A new mobile app. Oh, they bring in TCG? Are they bringing TCG to phones? Are we able to battle other people? I mean, open packs, but can we battle? Can we battle? This makes sense. Please say we can fight others. Oh, we can make decks. I saw that we can make decks. Yeah, this is loot box heaven for them. This is a loot box heaven game for Pokemon. Now instead of buying real packs, you can buy digital ones. Okay, you can battle, yeah. Oh, that's kind of neat. I mean, look, everyone else does this, so I'm not surprised they're doing it. You know what it should allow you to do? It should allow you to buy physical packs and import your physical pack into the game. That's what it should do. You should be able to buy physical cards and import them in. That's the real way it should be done. Maybe it will let you do it. As long as I can buy physical ones and import them in, I think that's good.
What you just saw was the world's first look at Pokemon trading card game Pocket. This game lets you easily collect Pokemon cards, which players all over the world have enjoyed since they debuted in 1996.
There can just be a QR code in the pack.
But in a new digital form.
So in every pack of Pokemon cards, you can just have
the Pokemon
one
Company
QR code
is developing this game
whole
as a
pack.
three-party collaboration with Creatures Inc., the
You
creators
wouldn't
of
have
the
to have
Pokemon
every
trading
card with
card
a QR
game,
code.
and DNA, our partners in the
So you open
development
the pack,
of Pokemon
and that
Masters
QR code
EX.
will just have that entire pack in
To
it.
mark the launch of this title, here's a message from Mr. Yuji Kitano, President and CEO of Creatures. Mr. Kitano, take it away.
Hello everyone, I'm Yuji Kitano from Creatures Inc. I'd like to start by thanking everyone for enjoying the Pokemon trading card game. With Pokemon trading card game
is this
Pocket,
their big announcement?
we hope to bring you all a new way to enjoy the Pokemon trading card game, so we are hard at work developing digital cards.
This is their big announcement,
When
wasn't
we
it?
develop physical cards, we strive to please by taking great care with our paper quality, colors, and printing process. Since this game uses mobile devices rather than paper, we're challenging ourselves to express that care in new ways that are only possible digitally, such as using the characteristics of the screen to show off brilliant colors and stylish effects. One way we're accomplishing this is with immersive cards, which give players the experience of leaping into the world of the card illustration.
Yeah, they're spending a lot of time on this. This might be
What's
their big
more,
announcement.
we've developed new streamlined game rules based on our existing battle system, so you can enjoy a quick battle during the free moments in your day. Our three companies are all working hard to deliver a fun experience for those of you who already enjoy the Pokemon trading card game, as well as those who've never played before. We hope you look forward to the results of our latest efforts in the world of the Pokemon trading card game,
Does this have to
Pokemon
be a
Trading
whole
Card Game
presentation?
Pocket.
Look, I mean,
Thank
look.
you so much.
It's not it. They got at least
Thank
one
you,
more
Mr.
announcement.
Kitano.
They got at least one more announcement.
We plan to launch Pokemon Trading
You gotta
Card
remember,
Game
this
Pocket
trading
within
card pocket game is
2024.
going to make them more money than any other video game.
Please look
that they
forward to
release.
more details in the future.
I don't think you understand the amount of
Just one more
microtransactions
thing.
people are going to spend on that game.
We'd like to end today's presentation with one final video for you all.
All right, here we go.
Thank you for tuning in.
Here we go. This is what we waited for. What is it? What is it? This is the one we waited for. This last announcement. Here we go. clearly got something to do with the unknowns. If it doesn't, it'd be weird. Do we really need this animation lasting 30 seconds? Okay. It's by Game Freak. What do we got going on? Not actual gameplay footage. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at right now. Literally have no idea what I'm looking at. Like, what is this? It's a random animation of Pokemon in a city. What is this? Okay. Lumio City. Okay. Oh, it's a Legends! Whoa! Okay, but we didn't see any game. It's a Legends, but we didn't see any game. What a dumb way. It's 2025. What a dumb way to announce a Legends. You gotta see the game. Is it a Switch 2 game? So they have no game this year. Okay, that's... I hate announcing game. All I got out of that was a logo. Whoops. Hey, I like this song as much as anyone else. Where's my mouse? Where'd it go? All right. Whoa. Okay. Colgera. They announced a Legends game. All right. I'm cool with the announcement. What are they doing? I don't like how they announced it. I don't know how yeah, ZA. They can't show you. Yeah, what if it is Switch 2? What if that's why? No way. They make their next game be a Switch 2 game? They can't show you get the Switch 2. $2. Thank you so much. What if it is? I can't bring myself to believe it's Switch 2. So they don't have a new Pokemon game for this year. That's what that tells me. There's no like remake or anything coming this year. This is it. Dude, what if it is a launch game? What if it is the launch game for Switch 2? We've all been saying Mario. Well, do they dare launch with a Pokemon game? Yeah, simultaneously just means worldwide. That's all that means. I mean, if it's a Switch 2 game, that would be why they can't show gameplay. There's no way Nintendo would let them show gameplay if it was Switch 2. There's just no way. They got to announce the system first. But, oh, dude, can you imagine if they announced Switch 2 later this year and the first game they show off is Pokemon Legends? Can you imagine? Here's the thing, though. Legends wouldn't be like... I'm just basing this off of Game Freak's history. Legends wouldn't be a visual showcase for Switch 2. But then Pokemon is such a massive IP, launching a system with a Pokemon game would be nice. I mean, probably cross-gen, right? I don't know. All I can think about is it being on a Switch 2, but you can't... Because they didn't show any gameplay. That was just all an... They saw someone saying, oh, look at this. I can see it's dropping frames already. That wasn't gameplay. That was a digital commercial cutscene. It had nothing to do with what the game's going to actually look like. Other than there'll be like a bigger city this time around. The game could be in prototype stage. I don't know, man. I mean, it can't be the sole console seller. That would be terrible. Can't find the trust for that to be a good idea after their latest games. What if they plan to launch Mario and Pokemon at the same time? That might blow up the universe. They can't do that. You can't launch 3D Mario and Pokemon Legends at the same time. That literally would destroy the universe. It would collapse in on itself like a giant black hole. Well, all right. So, on one hand, that was the announcement I was hoping to get. That is not the way I wanted the announcement to go. But a new Pokemon Legends, I'm going to see quick, is there any new information coming out about it? Like if they drop a press release, screenshots would be nice. There's no way though. There's no way they drop screenshots. So a Pokemon Legends. Yeah, I'm not seeing any new information popping up for it yet. A Pokemon Legends, what is it, ZA? Was that what it was, ZA? What region is that based on? I don't know. I'm not a Pokemon expert. What region is this Legends based on? Or what generation? It's Kalos? Okay. It's Kalos. Okay. Dude, Legends, man. Well, that gives us a lot to talk about on the podcast tomorrow. We will definitely be talking about this tomorrow. We have Flam coming back on. Andres Restart's going to be there. Hopefully Jake Randall as well. So we got lots and lots to talk about for the podcast. Damn. So you know what's interesting about this? So Kalos is black and white, right? Or is it X and Y? I don't even know. What region is Kalos from? What game is it from? Again, this is me not being a Pokemon expert. It's X and Y. Okay, it's X and Y. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I don't think it was black and white. I think it's X and Y. Okay. Yeah, and they're calling it Legends ZA, right? Is that the official term? ZA? Oh, please don't. Oh, wait. I'm a little nervous they're calling it ZA. I'm a little nervous they're calling it ZA. You know why? This is just me throwing this out there. I'm a little nervous they're calling it ZA. Here's why. What if it's called Pokemon Legends Z and Pokemon Legends A, and they're doing two versions? Which is exactly what I don't want them to do. I don't want Legends to be a two-version game. And that's why it's Pokemon Legends ZA, because it's going to be Pokemon Legends Z and Pokemon Legends A. Please don't do that to me. Please don't do that. I know it's normal for Pokemon, but that was what was so cool about Legends. Everyone only had to buy the one game. We all had the same experience. If you split it up into two, that would suck. But hey, all that matters is the game good. Look, they announced Legends. It is right now the highest reputation game they have, right? If we're completely honest, out of all the games they got, Legends is the highest reputation they have going. They announced their highest reputation game with a sequel, or you call it a sequel, a new version. I don't know obviously much about it. Clearly we're going to have a giant city this time, not like a small village. At least that's based on the marketing. It made me feel like there's going to be a giant city. There might not be, I guess. That's just an assumption. So I am very curious. Very curious on this one. I'm very curious. Anyone notice the logo at the end? We can put it back up. Hold on. Maybe we can put it back up. Is the Pokemon Presents not even on their thing? Yeah, it is. It was 12 minutes and 47 seconds here in the US. They must have had like an extra few seconds in Japan. All right, let's put this back up. Let's go rewatch that whole Legends thing. So it starts here. Let's rewatch this whole Legends thing again. Yeah, let's rewatch this again. Now that we know what this is. Now that we know this is a Legends announcement. So knowing this is a Legends announcement. Yeah, I don't understand the unknown thing. But maybe they play a big role in the game or something. I have no idea. So a bunch of concept art we see at first. They turn into this giant digital thing, which is not representative of the game. The only thing I can think is that this giant city is going to be in the game. I also thought, what if this Legend game is like an MMO and you could play it with friends? I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, it's 2025. So it suggests they might not have a Pokemon game for this year. Yeah, Lumio City. Like, that's the one thing, is like, it definitely looks like we're gonna have a big city this time instead of a village. I think it's Z-A. So that's the logo. Pokemon Legends Z-A. So Z to A. What are you guys thinking? AZ was a character? But the Z's in front of the A. But the Z's in front of the A. It's like the opposite way around. AZ. Let me look this up. AZ. Yeah, so it was this guy, right? Wait, no. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, it was this dude. Hold on, let's find a bigger picture. That's a really small picture of him. Let's find a bigger picture. Can we find, like, is there no big pictures of them that exist? Well, whatever. I see. Hold on. I'll just zoom in on this thing. Bulbapedia. So this guy, right? This guy. He was in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Pokemon X and Y. So it could be a reference to this guy. Could be. I don't know. It could be a reference. We had a super chat. Once again, the Pokemon Company disappoints even harder. The thing is, I'm not even disappointed in a Legends announcement. That's my thing. Like, I'm not actually disappointed. I'm more so like how they revealed it. I don't like not seeing the game. It also means we'll probably see the game later this year, I suppose. I guess they build hype for all future directs, right? They've already shown they'll put Pokemon in directs. So there's going to be, people expecting to see this later this year. Guys, what do they mean by simultaneous launch? That just means worldwide. Simultaneous means they're not going to launch it in one region before they launch it in another region. That's all simultaneous means. So they're not going to launch it in Japan first, then the United States later. It's going to be worldwide. So it's a worldwide release. That's all that means. So let's finish this. Yeah, releasing simultaneously worldwide. Yeah, that's all that means. It just means, what are the companies here? We have the Pokemon Company, Creatures, Game Freak. Yeah, there's no other companies involved. It's just the normal ones that make Pokemon. That's it. Interesting. Very interesting. It does have the Switch logo up here, you see. So it is coming to Switch. I doubt they would lie about that. I doubt they would lie about it coming to Switch. So it's definitely a Switch game. You know what? I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say this is not going to be a cross-gen game. Will it be playable on Switch 2 through backwards compatibility? Yes. I actually think, and here's why I'm going to back off of the Switch 2 stuff. Pokemon doesn't like having games there early in a system's life. And I think this is a prime example. They're going to drop this on Switch worldwide. You'll be able to play it on Switch 2 through backwards compatibility. So this won't be the launch game. You might be able to play it day one, but it won't be because it's the launch game. So, okay. All right. Well, we'll see. The speculation is going to rage because the character's name is AZ, not ZA. So why would it be backwards? Then do the Z and A mean other things? Read the comment I put above. Well, finding comments is a little difficult at times, but I will try. In Gen 6 in Kalos, Legends, Zygarde will probably be... Okay. Gen 6 in Kalos, Legends, Zygarde will probably take place in Ancient War 3,000 years ago with AZ and his Floetta Z Zygarde A equals AZ. Yeah, who knows? You're still just guessing, obviously. We don't really know. I don't really know. Kitsune. Did I miss your super chat? No, it just recently happened. Look at the textures and the letters. A and Z. Z is futuristic and A is plant leaves. Yeah, I saw that. Which makes me start to think there's going to be two versions of the game, too. Which I'm not a huge fan of, but... they probably should have not announced it today and not make a present about only mobile. Yeah, like the big thing is in presenting this for me is this tells me they had nothing else to show. If they're showing this, like they have nothing else. Like there's other things in the works, but nothing else that they could show right now, and that this might be the next big game they have coming. And they wanted to put something in here that wasn't mobile because everything else was mobile. Oh, I'm sorry. There was some new raid battles for the original starters, full evolutions, I suppose. Blastoise, Venusaur, Charizard. They're doing some mega raid battles, but okay, fine. 100% believe I've seen a game that originally was announced for only one console and later announced was coming to the next one once the console was revealed. But I could see it just being what you said. Well, I'm looking at the history of the Pokemon Company. They don't bring their big new game the first year to a platform. So I kind of think that this will just be Switch exclusive. That should also set your expectation for visuals. You saw Pokemon Legends. You saw Scarlet and Violet. You should have your expectations set for what this is visually going to look like. It's not going to be the most visually pleasing game. But Legends was amazing despite it. So... as long as the gameplay is awesome, I'm sold. But we didn't see any gameplay. That's the problem. When they first debuted Pokemon Legends, we saw some gameplay. We didn't see any gameplay, and so that kind of sucks. But it's all right. It's all right. Well, that was the Pokemon Presents. I'd ask you guys what you're going to grade it, but we're going to put a poll up anyways. All right, well, we're going to call it there. I'll probably be back in a little bit doing a game stream or something. We got to do something. Something's going on. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to catch you later. We have our stream tonight still. Video, maybe a game stream as well. I don't know. Later, guys.